Welcome to AWS with a beer. Sit down, grab yourself a drink, because if you're new to AWS, then this beginner's guide will help you understand the differences between the available compute services, and it will help you navigate the minefield of what each of them do, what they are used for, and also some of their use cases as well. So I'll break them down into short summaries, making it very easy for you to grasp the fundamentals, which is ideal if you're starting out on your AWS certification journey, or if you're simply looking to understand the range of compute offerings. But firstly, when people use the term compute in cloud computing, what are they actually referring to? What does it mean? Well, it's really very simple. So compute refers to the computational power that's needed to carry out tasks and execute applications, much like your laptop does for you today. It includes the resources such as processing power, memory, and also the different networking capabilities as well. And a key aspect of these resources is that they can easily be scaled up or down depending on the needs of the workload. And this makes way for efficient and flexible computing solutions in the cloud. Now, when it comes to AWS compute services, the following options are available, and I'll be covering each of these in this video. So by the end, you'll have a great understanding of what each of these are. So we'll have Amazon EC2, EC2 Image Builder, AWS Lambda, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, Amazon Lightsail, AWS Outposts, AWS Batch, AWS App Runner, AWS Serverless Application Repository, and AWS SimSpace Weaver. Now, just before I explore each of these services, there are a few compute terms that you should be aware of that each of these services will fall within. So firstly, virtual machines or VMs. Now, VMs are emulations of physical computers, and AWS offer VMs as instances. And these instances can be configured with different amounts of CPU, RAM, and storage to meet specific requirements. And users can run their applications on these instances as if they were running on physical hardware. Next, we have containers. Containers are a lightweight alternative to VMs, providing a way to package and run applications along with their dependencies in isolated environments. Now, this ensures consistency across development, testing, and also production environments. Now, next we have serverless computing. Serverless computing allows users to run code in response to events without having to manage any servers. And AWS would handle the infrastructure, scaling, and maintenance, enabling developers to focus solely on writing code. And next we have bare metal servers. Now, these are physical servers provided by cloud vendors that can be leased by users, and they offer high performance compared to VMs, since they do not have the overhead of the underlying virtualization. We also have auto-scaling. Now, this feature automatically adjusts the amount of computational resources based on the current demand, and it helps to ensure that applications have the necessary resources during peak times and also reduces costs during periods of low demand. Now, next we have high performance computing or HPC. Now, HPC in cloud provides the ability to perform complex computations and simulations using large clusters of powerful servers. It's used in fields such as scientific research, financial modeling, and also engineering simulations. And then lastly, we have edge computing. This involves processing data closer to the location where it's generated, such as on IoT devices or edge servers. It reduces latency and bandwidth use by minimizing the amount of data that needs to be sent to centralized cloud data centers. Okay. Now let's get into the meat of the different compute offerings, starting with Amazon EC2. Amazon EC2 is the most common compute service AWS has to offer, and it's the one you'll likely hear about and use the most. Amazon EC2, or Elastic Compute Cloud, is like a flexible, on-demand computing service in the cloud. It gives you the power to scale your computing resources up or down based on your needs through auto-scaling, meaning you can quickly increase or decrease the amount of computing power you use as your needs change. Now, this flexibility ensures you have the right amount of resources at any given time. And EC2 offers a variety of virtual machines, or instances as AWS calls them, which are tailored to different tasks. Whether you need general purpose computing, high performance processing, large memory capacity, or specialized GPU capabilities, there's an instance type designed for it. And with EC2, you only pay for the computing power you use. You can choose from several different pricing models, pay by the hour or by the second without long-term commitments. Or you can reserve capacity in advance for a discount if you plan to use it over a longer period of time. Now, security is robust in EC2. You can control who has access to your instances and data through security groups, which acts like virtual firewalls. For data storage, EC2 offers multiple options: Amazon Elastic Block Store, or EBS, for persistent block storage, Amazon Elastic File System, or EFS, for scalable file storage, and Instant Store for temporary storage. On the networking side, Amazon VPC, or Virtual Private Cloud, lets you set up a logically isolated network within the AWS cloud, providing a secure and configurable environment for your instances. Elastic IP addresses provide static IPs that remain constant even if your instances change. And additionally, Elastic Load Balancing helps distribute incoming traffic across multiple instances, ensuring smooth operation and availability. Now, EC2 integrates seamlessly with other AWS services like Amazon S3 for object storage, or Amazon RDS for managed databases, and AWS Lambda for running code without provisioning servers. This integration makes it easy to build and manage a comprehensive suite of applications using a suite of AWS tools. It's also available globally, so EC2 provides low latency access and redundancy, allowing you to deploy your applications close to users anywhere in the world. It simplifies the complexity of managing physical servers, enabling you to focus on building and scaling your applications efficiently. Now, Amazon EC2 is a flexible, cost-effective solution for cloud computing designed to accommodate a wide range of applications and workloads, making it easier to handle whatever your business demands. Amazon EC2 Image Builder is a tool from AWS that helps you create and manage custom images for your Amazon EC2 instances that we just spoke about. Now, these images act as templates that your EC2 instances use when they start up. The service can automatically generate new images at scheduled times or whenever you need them. So you can set up a series of steps known as pipelines to build these images, starting with a base image and then adding the necessary software, and then testing it to ensure it works correctly. With EC2 Image Builder, you can save parts of your setup, such as software or configurations, to reuse in different images. And it integrates smoothly with other AWS tools for managing permissions, logging, and settings. Now, the service also checks images for security and compliance with your standards and keeps a history of changes and tests for each image version. And this makes it easy to ensure that all your images are secure and consistent. For practical applications, you might use EC2 Image Builder to regularly update base images with the latest patches, create images with the specific software needed for your applications, and maintain security standards. By automating the image creation process, EC2 Image Builder saves you from manually creating images, and this ensures they are made uniformly, and it keeps them up to date with the latest security patches, and also speeds up the deployment process too. So to use EC2 Image Builder, you start by defining what the image should include, such as base image and any additional software or settings. Then you set up a pipeline and build the image, adding updates and testing it. Now, once the image passes these tests, you can use it or share it across different AWS regions or accounts. Amazon Elastic Beanstalk is designed to simplify the deployment, management, and scaling of web applications. It offers a streamlined experience for developers by handling the heavy lifting of infrastructure management. To use Elastic Beanstalk, you upload your application code, which can be written in various different languages such as Java, .NET, PHP, Python, Node.js, Ruby, Go, or even containerized with Docker. Once uploaded, Elastic Beanstalk automatically provisions the necessary AWS resources, such as EC2 instances for compute power, S3 for storage, and load balancers to distribute traffic efficiently. Now, this automation includes configuring the server environment, setting up networking, applying security patches, and monitoring the application's health. Developers don't need to worry about manually scaling their applications. Elastic Beanstalk dynamically adjusts the number of server instances based on demand, ensuring that the application can handle traffic spikes and minimizing costs during low traffic period. And this is particularly useful for applications with variable or unpredictable workloads. Now, Elastic Beanstalk integrates seamlessly with other AWS services like RDS for relational databases and IAM for access management, providing a cohesive ecosystem for building and running applications. Now, despite the abstraction, it allows developers to dive into the underlying AWS infrastructure for advanced configurations when needed. Monitoring and performance metrics are readily accessible through Amazon CloudWatch integration, making it easier to keep track of application health and performance. And the service also supports versioning of deployments as well, which allows easy rollbacks to previous versions if something goes wrong. Now, while the service is free to use, you are charged for the underlying resources, like the servers and storage your application uses. But overall, Amazon Elastic Beanstalk offers a powerful yet simple solution for deploying applications quickly without the need to manage complex infrastructure, making it ideal for developers who want to focus on their code and reduce operational overhead. Imagine AWS Lambda as a dynamic, responsive service that lets you focus entirely on your code without worrying about server management. And with Lambda, all the complexities of provisioning, maintaining, and scaling servers are handled by AWS, freeing you from the burdens of infrastructure management. Now, Lambda operates in an event-driven environment, automatically triggering your code in response to events like uploads to Amazon S3 or changes in a DynamoDB table or HTTP requests via Amazon API Gateway. It adjusts seamlessly to the workload, scaling up or down as needed, ensuring you have just the right amount of compute power for your tasks. You only pay for the time your code is actively running, down to the millisecond, which eliminates costs associated with idle time and makes your operations more efficient. Now, Lambda supports multiple programming languages, including Python, Node.js, Java, Ruby, Go, and .NET Core. And this flexibility allows you to write functions in the language that best fits your project. Each Lambda function is like a self-contained unit of work. You write your code, set up the events that trigger it, and Lambda execute it whenever those events occur. Now, this event-driven model is particularly powerful as it allows your applications to respond instantly and scale automatically with incoming tasks. And Lambda integrates seamlessly with various AWS services like Amazon S3, DynamoDB, Kinesis, SNS, and CloudWatch, allowing you to build sophisticated applications with ease. Whether you're processing streams of data, handling real-time analytics, or building back-end services, Lambda works in tandem with these services to deliver robust solutions. You can customize your Lambda functions to suit specific requirements by configuring memory allocation and setting maximum execution times, optimizing both performance and cost. Now, AWS offers a suite of tools for deploying, managing, and monitoring your Lambda functions, such as the AWS Management Console, the AWS CLI, SDKs, and frameworks like the Serverless framework and AWS SAM, which is the Serverless application model. Now, these tools provide everything you need to develop, test, and deploy serverless applications effectively. So in summary, AWS Lambda revolutionizes how you handle computing tasks by abstracting away server management, responding dynamically to events, scaling according to demand, and integrating seamlessly with other AWS services. So whether you're managing file processing, conducting real-time data analysis, or developing back-end functionalities, Lambda streamlines your operations and accelerates innovation with minimal overhead and maximum flexibility. AWS Batch is a handy service from Amazon Web Services that simplifies running batch jobs in the cloud. Imagine you need to process heaps of data or train complex machine learning models. AWS Batch handles all the heavy lifting for you. It lets you define what your job needs, like compute power, and then places your jobs in queues or waiting lines until they're ready to run. Now, AWS Batch selects and manages the best mix of compute resources, such as EC2 instances, ensuring your jobs get the power they need. And you can choose to let AWS manage everything or take control yourself. The service automatically scales resources up or down based on demand, adhering to your preferences for size and speed. And you can schedule jobs to run at specific times and in particular orders, making sure everything flows smoothly. And AWS Batch also integrates seamlessly with other AWS services like S3 for storage, CloudWatch for logging, and Lambda for triggering those jobs, and supports Docker containers for easy job packaging. So whether you're processing data, training machine learning models, rendering images and videos, or running financial simulations and analytics, AWS Batch makes the process straightforward and economical. It takes care of the infrastructure and scheduling, optimizing resource use to save you money while ensuring reliability with AWS's robust infrastructure. In essence, AWS Batch is your go-to solution for running batch jobs in the cloud, making the whole process smart, efficient, and stress-free. Amazon Lightsail is like the drive-through of cloud computing, offering a fast and convenient way to get your virtual private server up and running. It's perfect for those who want to skip the complexities of setting up servers on AWS and dive straight into their projects. With Lightsail, you can launch popular apps and development stacks with just a few clicks, making it super easy to get started. Plus, it's all-inclusive pricing, which means you know exactly what you're paying for each month without any surprises. And as your project grows, Lightsail scales with you, allowing you to upgrade your server and add more storage seamlessly. It also provides handy networking features like static IPs and DNS management, along with built-in security measures like firewall rules and secure access options. And since it's part of the AWS family, you can easily integrate with other AWS services needed. Whether you're building a website, testing out new ideas, or learning the ropes of cloud computing, Amazon Lightsail is your go-to for a simple, affordable, and hassle-free cloud solution. AWS Outposts is like bringing a slice of AWS cloud right into your own backyard. Imagine having all the cool cloud services and tools you love from AWS, but right there in your own data center or office. That's what Outposts is in a nutshell. It lets you use AWS's top-notch hardware and services on your own turf, whether you're in a cozy office or a giant data center, providing the same experience as you would in the cloud. Run local applications with the speed of a cheetah because the services are right there with you, eliminating the need to wait for data to travel to the cloud and back. So it's perfect for hybrid setups. AWS Outposts give you the best of both worlds, making your IT setup super flexible and powerful. Plus, AWS takes care of the setup, maintenance, and updates, like having AWS as your personal tech team, so you can focus on what you do best. You can start small with just a single rack and expand as needed, fitting any size or type of business. So AWS Outposts is fantastic for apps that need lightning fast response times, making it ideal for gaming, real-time analytics, and more. And if you have data that needs to stay local for legal or practical reasons, Outposts has you covered. It also lets you process large amounts of data locally before sending it to the cloud, which is perfect for big data and IoT scenarios. Use it for edge computing tasks like IoT and machine learning at the edge, where your data gets processed right where it's generated. So in short, AWS Outposts brings the cloud's muscle to your doorstep, making your IT setup more powerful, flexible, and easy to manage. It's like having a mini AWS cloud right where you need it. AWS App Runner is like having your own personal assistant for deploying web apps and APIs. It takes care of all the nitty-gritty infrastructure stuff so you can focus on coding without worrying about managing servers. With automatic scaling, your app can handle traffic spikes without breaking a sweat. Plus, deploying your app is a breeze. Just a few clicks from GitHub, Bitbucket, or Amazon ECR, and you're good to go. And forget about manual updates. App Runner keeps your app fresh with automatic updates whenever you make changes to your code or container image. It even comes with built-in load balancing to keep your app running smoothly. Security? Covered. It integrates seamlessly with AWS security features to keep your app safe and sound. Whether you're a web developer looking to deploy apps quickly, an API creator scaling effortlessly, or a fan of microservices, AWS App Runner has got you covered. It's the perfect tool for hassle-free, scalable app deployment, letting you focus on building awesome applications without the headache of infrastructure management. Welcome to the AWS Serverless application repository. It's like a vast toolbox filled with ready-to-use serverless applications, making your cloud deployment journey smoother. Here you can explore a wide array of pre-built apps contributed by AWS and fellow developers, making it a breeze to discover new tools or share your own creations with others. Once you find an app that fits your needs, deploying it is a snap. With just a few clicks, you can have it up and running in your AWS environment, ready to customize to your heart's content. Whether you need a single function or a complete application, you'll find the building blocks you need here. Plus, each app comes with built-in security measures, ensuring that it follows best practices and giving you peace of mind. For organizations, it's a governance dream, allowing control over which apps are used and ensuring compliance with internal policies. And if you're curious about how things work under the hood, then many apps are open source, inviting you to peek behind the curtain, make tweaks, or even contribute improvements. In a nutshell, the AWS Serverless application repository simplifies and accelerates the development process, empowering you to build amazing serverless applications with ease. Picture yourself as the mastermind behind the creation of an extraordinary virtual universe where anything is possible. You dream of vast cities teeming with life, majestic landscapes stretching as far as the eye can see, and adventures waiting around every corner. But alas, your computer groans under the weight of your imagination, struggling to bring your vision to life. Enter AWS SimSpace Weaver, your trusty companion in the cloud. AWS SimSpace Weaver is like summoning a legion of cloud-based supercomputers to assist you in crafting and managing colossal virtual realms. No longer do you need to fret over server management or technical intricacies. AWS handles all the heavy lifting, leaving you free to unleash your creativity upon the digital canvas. What makes SimSpace Weaver truly remarkable is its ability to seamlessly integrate with other AWS tools, providing you with a robust toolkit to sculpt your world exactly as you envision. Need to store vast troves of data? Want to process information at lightning speed? SimSpace Weaver has your back, tapping into the power of the AWS ecosystem to amplify your creative endeavors. But the real magic happens when you interact with your creation in real time. With SimSpace Weaver, you hold the reins of your virtual domain, tweaking and refining every aspect on the fly. Change the weather, populate your city with new characters, or reshape the landscape, and witness the effects unfold before your very eyes. From urban planning to robotics training to traffic simulation and gaming, the possibilities with AWS SimSpace Weaver are as boundless as your imagination. So if you dare to dream big and seek a hassle-free path to bring those dreams to fruition, look no further than AWS SimSpace Weaver, your ticket to boundless creativity in the cloud. Happy simulating. Now that was a lot of information to take in, and no doubt you'll want to go back over some of it. But to review what I covered here today, here is a quick summary of each service. So Amazon EC2 offers scalable virtual servers with flexible configuration options, allowing users to run applications on demand and pay for what they use. It's ideal for deploying and managing custom virtual servers, supporting a wide range of applications. EC2 Image Builder simplifies the creation, management and deployment of secure and up-to-date EC2 AMIs using a pipeline for automated image building. Now this is great for maintaining consistent and compliant EC2 images with automated updates. Then we had AWS Lambda, which enables serverless computing by running code in response to events without managing servers, scaling automatically with demand. And it's often used for microservices, real-time file processing, and event-driven applications. Next was AWS Elastic Beanstalk, which automates deployment, scaling, and management of applications on various platforms, including Java, .NET, PHP, Node.js, Python, Ruby, Go, and Docker. Now this is suitable for quickly deploying web applications with minimal infrastructure management. Then Amazon Lightsail, which offers simplified virtual private servers with straightforward pricing, including compute, storage, and networking capabilities. Ideal for small-scale applications, simple web hosting, and development environments. Then we had AWS Outposts, which delivers AWS infrastructure and services on premises for a hybrid cloud approach, enabling consistent operations with AWS APIs. And this is best for applications requiring low latency or local data processing using AWS services. AWS Batch facilitates batch computing by dynamically provisioning and managing the required resources and scheduling jobs efficiently. This is great for executing large-scale batch processing tasks like data analysis, machine learning, and image processing. AWS App Runner provides a fully managed service for deploying containerized web applications and APIs directly from source code or container images. And this service is ideal for deploying and running applications quickly without managing servers or scaling concerns. Now, some people get confused over the difference between AWS App Runner and Elastic Beanstalk. So you can think of Elastic Beanstalk as being more flexible and allows detailed control over the environment, which is suitable for applications needing complex setups or integrations with various AWS services. Whereas App Runner is more streamlined and user-friendly, ideal for quick deployment and scaling of containerized applications with minimal setup and no need for infrastructure management. And then we had AWS Serverless Application Repository, which allows developers to find, deploy, and share serverless applications and components, accelerating the development process. Now, this is useful for discovering reusable serverless solutions and integrating them into new or existing projects. And then finally, AWS SimSpace Weaver, which supports large-scale spatial simulations, enabling the simulation of complex systems involving numerous entities and interactions. And it's awesome for scenarios requiring high-fidelity simulations of physical environments, urban planning, and logistics. Now, I hope this video has been useful for you and has given you enough of an insight into the different AWS compute offerings there are. I hope this helps with your projects, your studies, and general awareness and knowledge of AWS. And if you want to learn more about AWS, please take a look at my other videos and remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss more valuable nuggets of information relating to AWS. Cheers.